Number 10. LG the V60 Thing Q. The LG V60 is perhaps the best V-series phone to reach the market in years. This huge phone has unbeatable battery life, a refreshed design, a flexible camera arrangement, and a headphone jack. Despite these strengths, competing phones best in camera quality, display quality, and software experience. The V60's ace up the sleeve is its price, which is hundreds less than the competition. LG's mobile cameras have rarely been industry-leading, though they're often better than they get credit for. The V60 packs 3 lenses on the back, a primary 64 megapixels wide-angle one, a 13 megapixels ultra-wide, and one of LG's time-of-flight Z cameras, along with a 10 megapixels front-facing shooter. The 64MP main lens can even record 8K video. The V60 might look big in photos, but trust me, it's quite another thing to hold the phone. LG has fitted this device with a 6.8-inch display, and while that's technically a tenth of an inch smaller than the 6.9-inch panel on the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra, the V60 is actually taller and wider, because of its moderately thicker bezels and lack of curvature around the sides. The LG V60 Thing Q 5G is a solid all-around alternative to Samsung's Galaxy S20 Plus and S20 Ultra, with better battery life. But the dual-screen attachment is wonky and the cameras disappoint. Number 9. Motorola Moto G8 Power. With the Moto G8 Power, Motorola has refined the concept of an inexpensive smartphone with long battery life. Its hardware is not only suitable for everyday use, but it also has surprisingly good cameras. The Motorola G8 Power has a total of 4 rear cameras, a 16-megapixel main camera, an 8-megapixel telephoto lens, an 8-megapixel ultra-wide lens, and a 2-megapixel depth sensor. One of the biggest and most important specs of the Moto G Power is the source of its power, the battery. This phone packs a beefy 5,000 mAh battery which Motorola claims can last for up to 3 days of use. Number 8. Huawei P40. The Huawei P40 undercuts the Galaxy S20, despite its higher resolution main camera, and the fact it has more front cameras. But it also loses out on some of the S20 series highlights, including wireless charging and a high refresh rate screen. With Huawei still ironing out its Google-free offering, exactly who the P40 appeals to in the West is yet to be seen. But there's every chance that it could be the best smartphone camera at its price. The Huawei P40 is the smallest, lowest spec option, but it's no slouch. While its demure 6.1-inch screen might lead you to think otherwise, inside, you've got the same power as found in the P40 Pro, 5G connectivity, and the same 50MP primary camera sensor too. The 6.1-inch display on the Huawei P40 has a resolution of 1080 by 2340, making it wide Full HD. This isn't class-leading for the price, falling behind the screen of the OnePlus 7T Pro by some margin, for example. That said, it's still better than the iPhone 11 from a clarity point of view. The processor, which is teamed with 8GB of RAM and 128GB of storage, is currently the only high-end chipset with integrated 5G, meaning it will work well with the dedicated 5G networks of the future, as well as with the current hybrid LTE 5G networks. The Huawei P40 is also equipped with a 3,800 mAh battery, which should last you a full day of moderate to heavy usage. It supports 22.5 watts fast wired charging, but no wireless charging. Number 7. Nokia 8.3 5G. The most premium of these new handsets is the Nokia 8.3 5G. As the name alludes, this smartphone is the first 5G-capable Nokia device. Nokia claims it's also the first global 5G smartphone with support for all global 5G networks. The first 5G Nokia handset comes with a large 6.81-inch IPS LCD with pure display enhancements. Number 6. OnePlus 7T Pro. The display on the OnePlus 7T Pro is stunning. Earlier this year we said the OnePlus 7 Pro offered one of the best displays in the market, and not much has changed. The 7T Pro display still packs Quad HD Plus resolution. The OnePlus 7T Pro has an impressive rear camera array and a front snapper housed in a pop-up section. It also has a beautiful 90Hz display, that makes gaming and scrolling through social media that much more enjoyable. The OnePlus 7T Pro upgrades the processor to the bleeding-edge Snapdragon 855 Plus. Number 5. Xiaomi Mi Note 10. The Xiaomi Mi Note 10 probably isn't a phone you'll hear many people talking about, but it deserves to be, as this is Xiaomi's masterpiece. It has a superb pen-lens camera setup, headlined by a 108MP snapper, plus an impressive AMOLED screen, speedy charging, and a curvy design that makes it comfortable to hold. Where it falls down a little is in performance, as it's packing a mid-range Snapdragon 730Ge chipset, and in battery life, as despite having a massive 5,260 mAh we found this to be fairly average. But this isn't a phone that's going to break the bank, so these are issues that we can forgive. The Xiaomi Mi Note 10 runs Android 9, which was the latest operating system available to Xiaomi devices when it launched, with the company's MIUI interface laid over the top. Number 4. Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus. The Galaxy Note 10 Plus is the most supreme this smartphone series has been, with a big gorgeous display, 4 rear cameras, and the same reliable S Pen stylus. Even into 2020, this phone is still a killer device. Following the Samsung Galaxy S10's lead, the Note 10 Plus adds a 16MP ultra-wide lens and a time-of-flight depth sensor. And the phone maker has really leaned into the premium edge with the Plus, as it starts at 256GB of storage and 12GB of RAM. Otherwise, not much will surprise you about this phone, which is okay. It's less thick, has a bigger screen, and is more stylish than ever. It's pricey yet powerful, with a bit more S Pen functionality. Number 3. OnePlus 8 Pro. The OnePlus 8 Pro is the latest and greatest OnePlus handset, and it comes very close to challenging the best Samsung phones. Its screen can rival them. In fact, with its 120Hz refresh rate and crisp resolution, the OnePlus 8 Pro has one of the best displays you'll find on a smartphone. The OnePlus 8 Pro packs 4 rear cameras, including a 48-megapixel main camera. The 48-megapixel mode is best for when you have a lot of ambient light. There's also an 8-megapixel telephoto camera with a 3x optical zoom and an ultra-wide 48-megapixel camera with a 119-degree field of view and a dedicated 5MP color filter camera that lets you apply artistic filters as you're shooting. Number 2. Huawei P30 Pro. The Huawei P30 Pro could be the best Android phone we've used when it comes to photography. Its 5x and 10x zoom capabilities are staggeringly good. It also performs fantastically well in low light. For those who really want to get up close to their subject, the P30 Pro also offers a 50x digital zoom, and although the quality is reduced, it's still impressive. You also get plenty of power under the hood, an in-display fingerprint scanner, premium design, and wireless charging with the ability to wireless charge other devices from the back of the P30 Pro. Number 1. Samsung Galaxy S20 Plus. The Samsung Galaxy S20 Plus is the best of the best, great speed, features, and telephoto capabilities. The $1,200 price tag is notably higher than last year's Galaxy S10 Plus, which is tough to swallow, but that's partially because the S20 Plus is now 5G capable. But the specs tell the story: a Snapdragon 865 chipset, 12GB of RAM, and 128GB or 512GB of storage set the bar high for other phones to come in 2020. But it's the camera suite that truly sets the S20 Plus apart. The 3x optical telephoto lens is a nice upgrade, but its 64MP pixel density means it can crop zoom up to 30x digitally, which is muddy at the extreme but outperforms other phones at lower zoom levels.